It's Friday, March 15th, 2019, and time for your Barbados Today morning news update. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carol Williams. He may be retired from elected politics, but former Prime Minister Owen Arthur says he's willing to work with the opposition on the formation of its new party. And he displayed his closeness and gave his vote of confidence in opposition leader Bishop Joseph Atherley in front of Barbados Today's camera. Arthur says he's willing to provide the necessary advice if asked.
This young man was a minister of state when he was Prime Minister of Barbados. He's a person whom I'm well pleased. And if he asks me, as he's asked me to help him with economic advice, I'm very happy to be able to do so without it being felt that I am hereby joining a political institution. I'm rendering service to a good man. And this is why we're here today. He will form his own party. I will not be a member of it. But if I'm asked to give advice, I certainly will do so.
Atherley, who left the ruling Barbados Labour Party following the general election to become opposition leader, says he will turn his attention to forming the new party following next week's budget presentation.
As we get past this estimates process, this budget presentation process and the response that comes, we'll look to those matters. So it's not in the realm of rumor. That announcement, and I'm speaking with reference to the announcement.
And speaking of the budget, it was also revealed that the former Barbados leader has been consulting with the opposition members on the matter. One such meeting was held yesterday.
I went through a number of the issues, and I trust that I was able to justify the confidence that he had in me in believing that I could help him prepare for the presentation next week. I believe that Barbados would benefit from having as incisive evaluation of what is presented to them. And this is all part of an effort to make sure that even though the numbers in Parliament may not be large, that the number in Parliament can be highly productive.
In other news, help is on the way for a 60-year-old woman who has complained of lack of care and physical abuse at the hands of a relative and his female companion. This after Hazel Cadogan's plight was highlighted on social media. Her relative has denied the allegations. Yesterday, Parliamentary Secretary in the Ministry of People Empowerment and Elder Affairs, Neil Rowe, visited her Pine St. Michael home to speak to her. Following the visit, he told Barbados Today the necessary assistance will be given. A distraught Cadogan, who is physically challenged, explains some of the problems she's been having.
Hitting me, starving me out inside of this house. I don't want to tell me that. Because nobody will come to my assistance, I supposed to let somebody put me in the med. No. I beg the doctors put me in an abuse place, treat me for whatever. But there's no way I want to live in here, and nobody up here. And I am not going anywhere with anybody. Even when I'm looking at what they want, what he want you to see, but he is showing everything inside.
No word yet on the timeline for lifting the ban on the importation of drones. However, one operator is all for regulating its usage. Craig Braxton, the managing director of consulting firm Jorbis, says the issue of safety must take priority.
I don't have any problem with having the regulations in place because they're mostly safety regulations to make sure that any drone operation is done safely and efficiently, and because I agreed with the initial ban because you didn't want 100 or 1,000 drones just flying all over the place with no controls in place. So Barbados isn't the only country or territory, kind of struggling with how to manage and control the usage of drones. So again, I'll leave it to the government to decide how to best handle that. But there definitely needs to be regulations in place to make sure that they're safety has got to be the first concern.
The ban has been in place since 2016. Yesterday, Jorbis hosted a drone demonstration flight at the Garrison Savannah with special permission from the authorities. Among those present for the demonstration were land surveyors, engineers, architects, and government officials.
There's regional and international news after this short break.
Barbados Today, news you can trust.
Welcome back. We go now to Bermuda, where the government is considering new measures to deal with drones after reports of remote control aerial devices being used to drop off contraband at a prison. The Bermuda Broadcasting News spoke to Minister of National Security, Wayne Keynes.
From a general perspective, we can see globally where drones are used for a number of positive things, and in certain circumstances they're used for nefarious purpose. We have what we believe is a robust plan that we can put in place, whether it's by radar, whether it's by a specific blanket that harnesses the frequencies and prevents drones from going in.
Minister Keynes sees the issue as an opportunity to examine drone laws and licensing procedures.
Now you only have to have a drone licensed if it's being used for a commercial purpose. Well, we have to now look at what the opportunities are for us to license drones generally, and consider even licensing them for if they're being used for recreational purpose. I'm not saying that that is going to be the case. I'm saying now we have to consider all of the opportunities to make sure that our skies are indeed safe.
And finally, on the international scene, there are rising concerns over plans by the United States to close all overseas immigration offices. The Immigration Agency has said it's in preliminary discussions to shift its international office workloads to offices in the U.S., saying this will save millions of dollars each year. But immigration advocates and attorneys warn this could create a bigger catastrophe. The closures could begin over the next year. And that's news, but for the very latest, visit our website at www.barbadostoday.bb. You can also subscribe to our e-paper, email updates, or like us on Facebook. And sign up for our breaking news alerts via WhatsApp. We're also on Izumi Media in bus terminals, as well as screenplay at supermarkets and gas stations near you. You can also hear us on Mix 96.9 FM and Capital Media HD 99.3 FM. I'm Carol Williams. Have a good day.